and thanks for joining me today for this video about love or arranged marriage, which is a very popular question in many of my groups that I'm in. So today I thought I would help you to get some clarification, because it's not something that is actually predictable, but the hands can show certain signs, especially regarding the personality of what might be love or arranged marriage. So let's get on with it. The first part I'm going to talk about is the heart line. That is an important aspect because it shows what kind of an emotional personality there is. So this type of heart line, which curves all the way up between the Saturn and Jupiter fingers, the middle and index finger, that shows somebody who is very affectionate and they have a strong desire for harmony. They love to express their feelings and they are passionate and they know what they want, always know what they want. So this is one of the first signs of a possible love marriage. Next, another type, very similar but not as long. It doesn't reach all the way up the top there, but it's still curved. It shows a caring nature, and harmony is very important as well, and it's also a possible sign of love marriage. They like to have a lot of people that they care about in their life. Next, this one is not as curved, it's still slightly curved, and it reaches the middle of the Jupiter mount, which is this area here. So that shows a romantic person who have high ideals, and it's the kind of a fussy person. They're not going to be happy with being in an arrangement. They can be quite vain, ambitious, and they love to be in love, so it is a possible sign of love marriage. Now the straight one, a straight long heart line, that shows a lot of caution in emotional matters. So they're reserved about expressing their feelings. It's a possible sign of an arranged marriage. And the straight line that's short, so shows a lack of emotional warmth or not in touch with their feelings. And it belongs to someone who loves their freedom. They're not clingy, and they might be the type that will be in an arranged marriage. They do try to make the relationship work, and which is another sign of potential arranged marriage. This type of heart line is very cautious person regarding relationships, to the point where they might not ever wish to get married. They might not understand their own emotional sides because it's lacking the curve, and the line dips down to the lifeline. It shows that there might have been some issues in the past that might be causing them to feel that way. Next, we're looking at the shape of the hand and the fingers. Well, not necessarily the shape of the hand. A long or well-developed index finger shows a determined, confident and ambitious nature. So what I mean by well-developed, that it might be thicker than the other fingers and it might be longer than the other fingers. So that shows that they're headstrong, and if it's got this whirl fingerprint like a bullseye, that makes it even a stronger quality. So it's a sign of a love marriage. If the pinky is long, and how to tell if it's long is if it reaches to this top crease. So this pinky here is quite average, but if it's longer than that, if it's a longer pinky, it can suggest love marriage because of their communication and just their personality. But if the middle finger's long, the person might not want to marry at all. So this is, again, an average length middle finger here. But if it was any longer than that, like unusually long, look at my funny drawing, that is a person who might not want to marry at all. On the other scale, if it's a short middle finger, so it doesn't quite look much longer than the index and the ring finger, that shows someone who's a bit of a risk taker. They don't mind breaking rules, so you might not be able to trust them, but that kind of personality could go either way. They could go love or arranged marriage. Another positive sign for love marriage is a cross on the Jupiter mount. Another is a square. Sorry, it's not usually there. Hang on. It's not usually there. Usually the square is around about here. So a square on the Venus mount. Both of those are supposed to suggest a happy marriage or union, therefore a love marriage. And finally, from the marriage lines, a distinct marriage line shows a long-term union, so distinct as in long and deeply etched. So that is a sign of possible love marriage. Look at that, I've made a spelling mistake. It is a sing. Sing, look at me correcting my own errors here. Sign. I should know how to spell. Sign of a possible love marriage. So the finer and shorter lines are the insignificant or casual relationships. So a fine short line would only look something like that. Sometimes there's lots of them. So they can just show casual relationships or not very long-term relationships. And if that short line is on the non-dominant hand, it might suggest an arranged marriage. And I think that was my final slide there. Have a look at it. Yep, no worries. And I look forward to doing more videos. Let me know if there's anything that you want to learn about. If you haven't already seen it in my videos, I'm happy to take requests to make new ones. And check out destinypalmistry.com for more articles anytime. Thanks for watching. Bye.